Again, I'd like to declare the meeting open. Welcome everyone and welcome visitors. We have attendance, apologies, approve of leave of absence. Attendance, we've got a list of attendees here today. We haven't got any apologies. And item 2.3, no approved leave of absence. Yep. Item 3, declarations of interest. Are there any declarations of interest? Unreported. Thank you. Item 4, public question time. First up, 4.1, response to previous public questions taken on notice. Are there any? Yep. No. Item 4.2, public questions. We have 2 members of the public here today. Welcome, Flynn and Holly. Do you have any questions?
It's more of just an update of the development of the Australian progress on today.
CEO, could you answer that, please?
Council's considering a recommendation this evening for the disposition of the land, and we will go behind closed doors shortly to handle that discussion, and then you can come back and we'll understand what we've done.
All right. So we'll go behind closed doors, and then we'll come back into meeting mode, and then make a decision.
Thank you.
Yep, and we'll keep you involved, and then you're free to leave.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
No.
No. Thanks for your attendance. Good to see you here. Item 5, petitions, deputations, and presentations. No. We don't have any. 6, applications for leave of absence. Bill. Item 7, announcements to the presiding member and delegates reports. I will start off with that. The only one I can report on is the 19th of June. I attended the Avon Midland Zone meeting at 2J. Councillor Hamilton, have you got anything to add?
I attended the Wolga training in Leederville on the 4th and 5th of June. And I also attended the Moora Mining Pasture Improvement Group seeding cutout.
Thank you. Councillor Clydesdale-Gilbert.
I also attended the Wolga training on the 4th and 5th of June, which was compulsory training.
Thank you. Councillor Dugan. Yep. Thank you, Councillor James. Councillor Gilbert. Councillor
Wolga training 4th and 5th of June.
Thank you for your contribution. Any delegates reports? 7.2. No regional road group, Steve.
I've been here for a while, mate. So.
No other delegates reports? No, thank you. Item 8.1, ordinary confirmation of minutes. 8.1, ordinary council meeting 27th of May 2026 is a recommendation that council confirm the minutes of the ordinary council meeting held on the 27th of May 26 as a true and correct record of the meeting. Is there a move of that motion? Thank you, Councillor Clydesdale-Gilbert. Is there a seconder? Councillor Dugan, thank you. Would you like to? 4? 4, thank you. Anyone against? All those in favour? Carried unanimously. Thank you. Reports of officers. No, what we're doing now for time, we're not doing item 9.1, 9 reports of officers. We are moving to item 9. Matters for and the recommendation or matters for the which the meeting may be closed. There's a recommendation there that council suspend standing orders to amend the order of the agenda and discuss item 12, matters for which the meeting be closed before item 9, officer reports. A move of that, please. Thank you, Councillor Gilbert. A seconder. Councillor Hamilton, thank you. You'd like to speak for?
Yep.
4. Anyone against? Councillor Dugan?
I'm just changing the order of the.
Oh, sorry. To change the order?
Changing the order, no, that's fine, sorry.
All those, no one speaking against, all those in favour? Thank you, that's carried. So we go to item 1. So item 9.1, sale of land, lot 101, Duckling Drive. Yes, we go. So we go there. So there's a recommendation. I was just reading that bit out first. Is that correct?
Just close the meeting out.
Right. Recommendation. Do I have to have a vote on that?
Yeah.
Should I? Yep. So the recommendation that council close the meeting to the public at, what's the time?
5:38.
5:48?
38.
38 to consider the sale of lot 101 Duckling Drive, Marling in accordance with section 5.232E of the Local Government Act 1995. Is there a mover for that recommendation, please? Councillor Gilbert, thank you. A seconder?
Yeah.
Councillor Phillips, would you like to speak for? Councillor Phillips, anyone like to speak against? Councillor Dugan?
I'd like to speak against. I believe the matter should be discussed openly and to the public.
Anything else to add?
No.
No one else like to speak against? You'd like to speak against?
I think it's just open to the public so it's transparent for everyone.
Right, thank you. No one else? Councillor Gilbert, you moved the motion. Would you like to speak for or against?
I'm happy to go behind closed doors and have a discussion. And then we can come back out once we've had that discussion.
Thank you. So we'll put that to the vote. All those in favour of going behind closed doors? 3. All right, 1, 2, 4. You've got your hand up? So it's 5. 5 against? It's 2. That's carried. We'll go behind closed doors. Thank you. We'll call you back in shortly. Welcome back, everyone. Sorry to keep you out in the cold.
The freezing. 10-star jobs.
Right, thank you. Had a good discussion. We will go back to the officer recommendation, and there are 3 recommendations, so I'll have to ask for a vote on all of them. So I'll read the first one. Is the first recommendation is that the council approve the statutory public notice of the prospective sale of lot 101 Duckling Drive, Marling in accordance with the Local Government Act 1995. Is there a mover for that one motion, please? Councillor Gilbert, a seconder. Councillor Phillips, Councillor Gilbert, you like to speak for? Councillor, anyone like to speak against the motion? No, that being the case, we'll put it to the vote. All those in favour? Thank you. Carried unanimous. Item 2, that council approves, subject to the expiry of the public notice period and consideration of any public comment, the sale of lot 101 Duckling Drive, Marling on suitable terms as agreed by the Shire for no less than $18,000 GST inclusive. Is there a mover for that recommendation number 2, please? Councillor Gilbert, thank you. A seconder. Councillor Phillips, thank you. Councillor Phillips, anyone like to speak against the recommendation? No, that being the case, we'll put it to the vote. All those in favour? Thank you. Carried. Unanimous. Item 3, or 3 of the recommendation, that council consent to rezone lot 101 Duckling Drive, Marling from rural town site to land use categorised as light industry as an A category use within the rural town site of Marling in accordance with the Shire of Moora Town Planning Scheme number 4. Is there a mover for recommendation 3, please?
We'll put the adjacent block in.
Thank you. And we were also saying, and the adjacent block.
If we can do that, I think we have the understanding, but we can do that.
So just the recommendation as I've read.
Well, I think that's good because I think we've already dealt with that issue about the adjacent lot.
Yeah, I think that's, I agree. That we've already dealt with that and we know where we're going with that. So they were just dealing with this particular lot 101.
So is there a mover for recommendation 3? Did I actually break? Councillor Gilbert, is there a seconder? Councillor Dugan, thank you. Councillor Gilbert, like to speak for or against? Councillor Dugan? Oh, thank you. Anyone like to speak against? No, that being the case, put it to the vote. All those in favour? Thank you. Carried unanimous. Thank you.
And to satisfy the issue with regard to Councillor Drysdale-Gilbert, we can bring a paper back to the next council meeting to formally move that resolution in respect to the adjacent lot.
Happy with that? Thank you. Thank you, Flynn and Holly.
Thank you.
You're free to leave, but you get. Sorry, Gavin.
We'll advertise in the next Thursday, maybe by Friday.
Yep.
Then the advertisements on the website for 2 weeks, and then we gather any responses from the public.
Yep.
If there are no responses, all good. If there are responses, we'll do them.
No worries. Thank you for your time.
Thanks for your attendance.
Thank
you.
And thank you and good luck in your endeavours.
Thank you.
It's my own
Friendships underway,
face.
that's
I
good.
was going to say it's some apprenticeships.
I've got pages going everywhere.
So we're back to the beginning. Back to the beginning.
I think I'll go back to the computer.
Point one.
Got paper everywhere.
Bear with us, please. Reports of officers, 9.1, Chief Executive Officer, or 9.2.1, list of payments authorised under delegation 1.15, author report, Gavin Robbins, our CEO. Before we go to discussion and or voting, Gavin, you've got anything to add to this?
No, Mr. President, I'm comfortable with the expenditure against the delegations, and delegations have been, the expenditure's been made in accordance with the delegations and the standing orders and the Australian accounting standards.
Thank you. Are there any questions? Sorry. Are there any questions on those payments, which there sometimes is? No questions. So there's a recommendation which I'll read out, not in its entirety, but that council notes and endorses the payments from the municipal and trust funds made under delegation 1.15. I'll just read out the total. Payment total for May 2026 is $146,235.95. Is there a mover for that recommendation, please? Councillor Gilbert, thank you. Is there a seconder? Councillor James, thank you. Councillor Gilbert, like to speak for or against? Councillor James, anyone like to speak against? No, that being the case, we'll put it to the vote. All those in favour? Thank you. Carried unanimously. Item 9.2.2, statement of financial activity for the period ended 31st of May 2026. Author is Travis Bate from RSM Australia. Thank you, Travis, for the report. Have you got anything to add, Travis?
Yes, I've just got a couple of points to run through if I can. Just share my screen. Is that large enough for you to read there in the room?
It's all blue at the moment.
We have an issue with the connection, Travis, so we won't be able to see you.
Okay.
It looks good from here anyway. Yes.
At least it wasn't. Blank check.
Everyone should have the attachment.
Yeah.
I sent by email this morning.
Yeah.
So we'll just give everyone.
Yeah, the page I was going to speak to is page number 4 of that PDF document, executive summary.
With all the graphs on?
Page before that one.
Right.
Executive summary.
Oh, yes, I've got it. How's everyone going?
What page is it, Ken?
It is
Got a note
page
on the bottom?
page 3.
Page 3.
Yes, executive summary at the top. Show up more a monthly financial report.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yep. Page 3.
Got it all.
Fire away, Travis.
All right. So just a couple of points to note in the report for May. You'll notice the first sentence there talks about we're in a deficit position at the 31st of May of $544,000. So that means at that point in time that the unrestricted net current asset position was in a deficit position. And that's also affected the cash ratio, which is presented on the following page, page number 5, where we were sitting at a cash ratio of 0.64 at the end of May against the benchmark level of 1. Now, I'll just draw attention to that because we are in a deficit position. That's been impacted by the timing of expenditure, particularly with the Wax housing project, where there's been $1.1 million that has been spent on that year to date, which was budgeted to be funded from loan funds. And at the end of May, those funds were still outstanding. Now, Gavin's forwarded on to me today to say that we've had approval for that WACS loan funding now from the WA Treasury Corporation. So there's 1.6 million in total that's been approved, being 1.1 million for the expenditure that's been incurred year to date and 500,000 for the remaining element of that project. So those funds are expected to be received before the 30th of June and will bring the Shire back into a surplus position when we present the June financial statements. So yeah, just highlighting that we are in a deficit at the end of May, but that's a timing issue and should turn around for the June financial statements. Is there any questions about that?
Makes sense.
Questions, councillors?
Before financial year.
Sure, that was welcome news to our CEO with that funding coming through.
Yeah, gee.
So sorry, Travis, could you just confirm what the amount is that's coming back from WACS?
1.65.
Okay, 1.65. Yep.
Yep. So 1.1 million of that relates to the expenditure that's been incurred to date, and the balance is for completing the project.
Right. Sounds attractive. Any other questions for Travis?
That was the main point that I wanted to speak to about the financials tonight. Operating wise, overall revenues were 100,000 below budget year to date, and expenses 634,000 below budget. Those variances are in line with what was presented previously in April, and there hasn't been any major movement in those items. So didn't really have anything else I wanted to draw attention to on the report. I'm happy to take any questions that people might have.
Any questions to Travis, councillors?
No.
No, there's not at the moment. Travis, thank you. Thank you very much for your report. And nothing to add?
No, nothing more from me.
Thank you. Let me just go back to our council meeting. Right, thank you. So if there's nothing to add, there is a recommendation there. The council endorses the statement of financial activity for the period ended the 31st of May 2026. Is there a move for that motion, please? Thank you, Councillor Hamilton. Seconder, Councillor Gilbert. Thank you. Councillor Hamilton, like to speak for or against?
For.
Councillor Gilbert. Anyone like to speak against? No, that being the case, we'll put the vote. All those in favour? Thank you. Carried unanimously. We will move now to 9.3.1 policy manual review, works and plant policies. Author is Bob Hoogland, Deputy Chief Executive Officer. Thank you, Bob. Anything to add, Bob?
I think the report covers it pretty well. As identified, there's a mixture of policies there as part of the ongoing review. These ones, there's a few that are clearly redundant that should be removed, and there's a few that are still quite effective and with a little bit of a tidy up are recommended for retention in the policy manual.
Thank you. Well explained. Oh, just on this issue, councillors, any questions to Bob on this? No, as I said before at the last meeting, Bob, you must be getting close to the end of this. No?
Can I just raise a point?
Yes.
Donations of work to organisations. I imagine there is a process what happens when an organisation requires the council to be able to provide work. I still think of expenditure, and I believe with the golf club for their major hosting of a carnival last year, and also with the pony club for the Horsemen's Association for their carnival that was held the weekend before last. That would be fall under the category of donations of work to organisation? Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
And the intention is to retain that policy, which says that we will undertake that under the specific circumstances identified in the policy.
Yes. So can you give me an example? What specific?
Look, just to clarify, there's two different scenarios, and one is where the organisation just wishes to use an item of plant on the weekend.
Yeah.
So in that instance, they would need to get approval from Keith or Trevor to confirm that the item of plant isn't required, and then they would also then need to arrange for the voluntary assistance of a staff member who's willing to prepare to, who's qualified to use that machine and is willing to donate their time or whatever arrangement the organisation makes with that. So it's really quite a unique situation. Doesn't come up very often, but it's still possible. The other situation is where council has decided that it's, and this would probably be through the community benefits process, where council has decided that they are going to assist. And so then that works would be undertaken as a donation, and that would be organised by council using council machinery in council time. And so that would be a different scenario. That wouldn't be covered by this policy. That's covered by ordinary council process.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Bob. Thanks for the explanation.
Thank you. No other questions? Therefore, there's a recommendation there, which I may actually read out. The council amend the Shire of Laura policy manual with respect to works and plant policies as recommended by 1, deleting the following policies: 4.3 plant, 4.8 heavy transport vehicle, 4.9 use of council plant at fires, 4.10 use of council plant by employees, and 2, adopting the following policies: A, policies earthworks affecting council drainage; B, crossovers; C, disturbance of soil or flora on council reserves; D, footpath management; and E, donations of work to organisations. A lengthy recommendation, but is there a mover for that recommendation, please? Councillor Dugan, thank you. A seconder? Councillor Clydesdale-Gabert, thank you. Dugan, would you like to speak for or against? Yes, thank you. Anyone like to speak against? No, that being the case, we'll put the recommendation to the vote. All those in favour? Thank you. That's carried unanimously. Item 9.4, community development and stakeholder services. We have any?
No.
Item 9.5, infrastructure services. No. Item 9.6, engineering services. No. Reports of committees. Item 10, which there aren't any, as from what I believe. Item 11, new business of an urgent nature introduced by decision of council. I don't believe there is any, and we have dealt with item 12.1. Therefore, we will move to the bottom. We will go to item 13, which is the closure of a meeting. Thank you very much for your attendance. And it was, sorry, anything else? No?
We brought that one forward also.
So we brought that one forward. Councillor Phillips? No, all good. Sorry. So I'd like to declare the meeting closed at, who's got the time?
6:10. 6:10.
Thank you. Thank you for your attendance. Good afternoon at the meeting. Thank you.